الوظيفة بعنوان دور الذكاء الاصطناعي التوليدي في توكيد الجودة. ويرأس هذه الجلسة الدكتور فهد المقحم، الرئيس التنفيذي لتقنية المعلومات بمركز الاعتماد السعودي. نرحب بالدكتور فهد. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second session of our conference, guest country session entitled The Role of Generative Artificial Intelligence in Quality Assurance. This session is moderated by Dr. Fahad Al-Maqham, and it is going to be in English, so you won't need any interpreting in Arabic. الجلسة ستكون باللغة الإنجليزية، فلمن يحتاج الترجمة أجهزة الترجمة متوفرة في أو عند مدخل القاعة. شكرا لكم دكتور فهد، تفضل.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أسعد الله صباحكم بكل خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone, and thank you for being here. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to this panel discussion on very exciting topic, the role of generative AI in quality assurance. As we stand on the edge of a new AI revolution, it's clear that the generative AI is not only a trend, but a key player that is reshaping industry and sectors globally. From automating routine tasks to generating innovative solutions, generative AI is becoming a critical tool in improving quality assurance. Today, we are honored to have a panel of thought leaders who are the head of AI development and application. And they are here to share their insights on how generative AI is transforming quality assurance and what lies ahead in this exciting journey. I'm sure today's conversation will provide valuable insights and inspiration. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome our distinguished speakers from our guest country in this lovely conference, who represent a range of industries. Professor Lu Dong, Deputy Dean at Beijing Institute for General AI and VP at Beijing Women's Federations. The second panelist is Professor Yu Yang, founder of HBC AI Tech and professor at National University of Singapore. Ms. Young Shu, Head of International Business and co-founder of Bytron AI. And finally, Ms. Seng Gong, Senior Director in Smart Intelligence at eCarts. Before we dive into the discussions, each one of our honored speakers will give a short presentation to highlight their most outstanding achievements during their rich AI journey. First of our speakers is Professor Lu Dong, the Deputy Dean at Beijing Institute for General AI, which is a non-profit research and development institution. And she is also the VP at Beijing Women's Federation. Professor Dong has participated in many scientific journals and conferences as a journal chair, reviewer, and keynote speakers. Please join me in welcoming Professor Dong to give her short talk about Beijing Institution for General AI and their amazing work.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Li Zhong, and from Big AI, that's Beijing Institute for General Artificial Intelligence. I'm happy to be here, and it's my first time to this wonderful land. And I'm happy also to see all of you, especially very outstanding females. And now I will introduce a little bit about my organization. Yeah, it is the only our national institute for the AGI. And our objective is to give a profound and innovative research in the AGI, then not just from the AIGC, that's for the utmost goal for the AGI. And in a simple word, that we want to create an agent like our human being. And that means they have not only just can speak, can hear, can communicate with us. It has a value-driven system inside, especially I think very important for the healthcare and education and all of the human being, the humanity. And yeah, we are in Beijing and just in the center of the Haiding district and beside the Tsinghua and Peking University. So a warm welcome for you to come to see us. And I want to give you the 4 numbers to illustrate our goal. The first is 1. That means we have a unified framework for the cognition system. And the second, we have the 2 architecture. One is for cognition architecture. That means just like how can I say that, a weapon to test if you are intelligent enough. And the second one is we have a test platform that to test how you're intelligent beings. And the third number is 3. That means we can do infinite. The task is not numerable, not just 1, 2, 3. It's infinite. And we are not just doing the human design, the task. It is autonomous, the mental system. And the last, importantly, I think it is not only data-driven, it is value-driven. It had to be coincident inside our heart, and it can give the good promotion for all the whole society, for the whole world. Okay, and the final is a little bit complex. We have the 8 specific definition, and I will not illustrate them in details, but it is very all important in all the, I think in the, all these very good examples. So now we have delivered all kinds of the scientific platforms. We have the profound, the operating system, and you can use the programming language to just to learn how to communicate with our system. And we also have a very the data-driven platform, and we also have the we call it the big task platform. That means we use the cloud-driven system and open to the whole ecosystem. And you can insist it through the platform to learn how to use it. And I want to show you a very deep, profound task. It's just in the center of the slide. You can see a very cute, lovely little girl we called Tong Tong. That means it's just like the 3 or the 4 years old little girl. And now it can just communicate with you as your daughter, and it can give a very, I think, the instant feedback for all the society with her mom, her daddy, her cousins, and her friends in this virtual system. And I hope you'll enjoy it. So after this, we have put this system in the real ecosystem. Now we have very profound scenarios, task tests, such as the healthcare, the education, and also very the civil establishment and also other emergency tasks and so on. And now we have established the link with very leading manufacturing and entrepreneurs in China. And we hope we can put it good also in here, well, in the Saudi Arabia, and with all of you guys to promote all the lift for the whole society. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Dong, for your informative presentation. Our next speaker is Professor Yu Yong, founder of HPC AI Tech and professor at National University of Singapore. He has published over 40 outstanding research papers that have high impact in the field of AI and gained him many awards. Thus, he has been recognized last year as one of the top 30 figures in AI. Please join me in welcoming Professor Yang to give his short talk about his company and how they managed to gain the trust of investors to raise more than $50 million and attract over 100,000 engineers.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Very happy to be here. So let me briefly introduce our startup, HPC AI Tech. Yeah, how about let me give you a brief information about HPC AI Tech. So the startup was founded in 2021. So we got $16 million for the seed round funding. And later we got $50 million for our Series A. Now, so our open source software, Colossal AI and open source have got 60,000 stars on GitHub. It's one of the most popular AI infrastructure software and video generation AI software on GitHub. Actually, we have the most number of GitHub stars for all the software in Asia. So how about let me also briefly introduce myself. Okay, thank you. Let me also briefly introduce myself. So I got my PhD from University of California, Berkeley. I also won the ACM George Michael HC Fellowship. After I got my PhD, I joined the National University of Singapore, and then I founded the HPC AI Tech. Okay. Yeah, so here is the software of HPC AI Tech. The first one is Colossal AI. So in this figure, the first figure, the horizontal axis is a timeline. The vertical axis is the GitHub stars. So clearly you can see Colossal AI has a very high growth rate on GitHub. And also, so almost all the industries, if you use AI, you can use Colossal AI to train, fine-tune, deploy your AI model, and also make it 10 times faster. So, and also Colossal AI is very easy to use. You can build your own AI application, train your AI model, just like the way you use PowerPoint. It's like a laptop experience. And our second software is open source. So open source is totally open source. We know Sora is proposed by OpenAI. It's a video generation model. So we build an open source model on GitHub. Basically, you use open source. You can build your own video generation model and make it very popular on internet. Yeah, so the open source also has a very high number of stars on GitHub. The second figure. Also, the horizontal axis is a timeline, vertical axis is the GitHub stars. So we hope in the future, everyone can make their own movie, can make their own video generation models for free. So, and also our startup has two commercial products. The first product is hpc-ai.com. You can get a life cycle management platform to train, fine-tune, and deploy your own AI models. Also, you have the GPU with a very low price. And our second product is Video Ocean. It's just for everyone. You can just use Video Ocean to make your own movie, to make your own demo. And Video Ocean is totally free. You can use Video Ocean to easily generate 20 seconds high quality video. You can make movies. And so here is a demo of Video Ocean. So can anyone play the video for me? So I have a video demo. Oh, okay. Sorry. Done the work?
Yeah, can you come please to help him?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you see, this video, these demos actually are totally generated our models. Our model only has actually only has 1 billion parameters, but now we can generate this kind of high quality video. Actually, you see, it's just like a movie. Okay, good. Yeah, so all these videos actually are generated by our video generation model, totally by AI. So today, I just show you some demos. It's only 1 billion parameters. In the future, we have a model with 10 billion, 20 billion, or even 1,000 billion or 1 trillion parameters. I think so video generation model is very important for future generative AI. So we also got some best paper awards on the top AI conference like III, ICM, or CVPR. And our techniques are being used by like Snapchat, Microsoft, Google. So if you like, please let me know. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor, for your inspiration talk. Our third speaker is Ms. Jungwen Xu, Head of International Business and co-founder of Baichuan AI. Ms. Xu has a proven record of academic achievement as a graduate from Duke University and practical accomplishment as a skilled leader who worked for several companies such as Meituan and Tencent Group. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Xu to give us an overview of Baichuan AI company and why investors consider it as one of the AI tiger companies in China.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jingwen Xu, and I am the co-founder of Baichuan AI, and also I'm the international business lead at Baichuan Technology. So it's an absolute pleasure to be here today representing Baichuan's team as I introduce our company. So Baichuan Technology was founded in April last year, and it's a pretty young company actually. But we have rapidly emerged as the leading AI startup in China. So our vision is to provide the most advanced foundation model in and beyond China. So this is the full picture of our founding team. Actually, Baichuan is our second project. Before Baichuan, we built China's second largest search engine from scratch, and we took it public on New York Stock Exchange. The market value of Sogou was $5 billion in 2019, and we privatized Sogou later on and sold it to Tencent. So Sogou's applications are still on service in mainland China with a monthly active user over 1 billion. So last year, the founding team just gathered together again. We built up Baichuan, and now we have more than 200 AI scientists and best engineers joining us on a new journey. So we are working on the frontier of generative artificial intelligence, and the valuation of our company has just reached $3 billion. So in the past 18 months, we released 11 SOTA large language models at various scales. We open sourced our first two models, that is Baichuan 7 billion parameter and Baichuan 13 billion parameter. So including the model weights and the data and the training procedure, we open sourced everything on Hugging Face. After that, we scale up our foundation model to 53 billion parameter, and we released a long context version that can comprehend a full version of Harry Potter just at one query. So we are also good at meeting the standard and safety requirements from the government. We gained approval from the government for being the most safe and controllable foundation model in China. We released our latest model in May this year, and the parameter has been scaled up to over 200 billion parameters. So here is the benchmark result from our latest model. It has demonstrated exceptional performance across multiple authoritative benchmarks. These benchmarks include multiple languages such as Chinese, English, French, and Spanish. You can see in this graph, the orange part is GPT-4, the dark blue part is Baichuan. So we are better than GPT in safety and long context and encyclopedia knowledge, but GPT is better in coding and in logic. So that's what we are doing, and we also have our own multimodal algorithm, which enable our model to understand picture, videos, and speech in various languages. So for our open source models, we have gained more than 7 million downloads on Hugging Face, and they were very popular among the top engineers of top technology companies from Bay Area to Europe. So we train large language models from scratch using our proprietary data and our own algorithm. So in China, we have over 370 enterprise users from local internet giants such as Alibaba and Jingdong and Meituan to very international companies such as AWS and Deloitte. Besides all the foundation model and the business part, we have just developed an AI doctor. So we have a strong augmentation, Okay, let me see how to go back. We have a strong augmentation in medical knowledge. We built an AI doctor, and it's now serving in several regional hospitals in mainland China. So the AI doctor provides medical information, help with symptom checking, and provide health-related advices. So all of our applications are ready for pilot tests and are online in iOS application store. So this is one of our applications. It can be downloaded online and in the iOS store. Other than the applications, we also built a full set of agent tools. This tool will enable developers to build agents on our model, and both short-term memory and long-term memory will be added to the agent automatically. So it can be your tourist guide, financial advisor, or simply someone to talk to. Now we give this tool for developers around the world for free. So we have now 10,000 developers using our agent tool already. So now we are looking for a local partner in Riyadh. So please contact me after the meeting if you are interested, and we invite you to join us on this exciting journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Shu, for your inspiration talk. Our final speaker, before we go to the discussion, is Ms. Xian Gong, Senior Director on Smart Intelligence at eCarx, that is incubated by Geely Group, one of the largest vehicles brand in the world. Before her current positions, Ms. Gong also co-founded NLB startup to build one-stop dialogue as service platform. Also, she was the head of North America region in DJI. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Xian Gong to give us an introduction of eCarx and their great achievement that attract Geely Group attention.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xian Gong. Currently, I'm in charge of the generative AI at eCarx. We are the global leaders for providing the intelligent solutions for vehicles. We are a listed company since 2022. Currently, we have been serving like 17 different OEM brands, and we are a global companies. We have 12 different branches and offices across different cities across the Asia and Europe. Currently, we have more than 1,800 full-time employees. 70% of them are from the R&D personnel. In the past 3 years, we have made a lot of achievements. Our revenue has maintained around 30% growth. And also, we are born in China, but we go broad globally. To better support our global and overseas strategy, we have a 40-80 vision. So for 40 means in the future, more than 40% of the revenue makes from the overseas market. And also, we commit over 80% overseas revenue growth on average. Oh, okay. As I mentioned, we are global leaders to provide the intelligent vehicle solutions. So we possess the full stack intelligent solutions, including the smart cockpit solutions and also ADAS solutions. And also we have the central computing platforms, software, and systems on chips. Without our significant industry partners and our clients, we couldn't make it today. So globally, we have founded a very solid partnership with all the featured partners in the intelligent vehicle ecosystems, including the chip suppliers and the LiDAR suppliers and also the AI suppliers. Also, we have been working with a lot of our OEM clients. We help them to make a lot of successful, and we marked a lot of achievement in industry. Let me give you some example. Lincoln Code 80, it was launched in 2023. So it is the first vehicle models has been equipped with full stack eCarx intelligent technologies, including the ADAS computing platforms and also the digital smart cockpit platforms, as well as the software. When it is launched to the market, it definitely redefined the next generation of smart vehicles. Also, we partner with smart teams, and we just launched the smart number 5 with a smart team. So it actually became one of the first vehicle models who support the AI application and leverage the AAA graphics in the industry. We also work very closely with the smart OS teams to help them to develop a very unique, we call it crystal prism 3D UI effects to give the users very immersive user experience. As I mentioned, we are born in China, but we are ready to go globally. So we are very happy to work together with Volvo earlier this year. So we launched their gas systems. Actually, ECAX become the first and only Chinese tier ones can successfully launch gas systems. We truly believe that generative AI definitely light the next battles for smart vehicles. So we never stopped our steps. That's why we are developing our in-house Auto GPT. It is large language models specialized in automotive industry. So it consists of 4 major parts. First is auto agent, and we have auto flow, auto syn, and auto eco. So it basically totally redefines the relationship between people and their vehicles, and also redefine the format of software development in automobile. So auto agent, which means the way people interact with vehicles is conducted and performed by the auto agent. And then the task is performed by AI instead of by human being or the code itself. And for the auto syn, which means previously all the scenarios is conducted or rehearsed preset by product managers. But right now, all those scenarios is conducted and driving and triggered by AI. And for the ecosystems, we have the auto eco. So auto eco expand the original ecosystems from only simply plug in those applications. We actually support the AIGC content, and also like users can be part of it. So they can use the AIGC tools to produce its own content. So powered by the Auto GPT, we believe it will definitely support us to become successful leaders in the next generation for generative AI. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gong, for your amazing presentation. And thank you again to all our esteemed speakers for their informative and inspiring presentations. Let's kick off the discussion with the first question to Prof. Lu Dong. As a leading academic in AI research, how do you see the role of generative AI in quality assurance within industries like manufacturing, healthcare, or education? Can you give some examples of collaboration between your institute and Chinese industries, and how AI is helping to reach quality assurance in these sectors?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I think the AI is very important to the quality, the assessment in our society. As we have known, the AIGC has promoted a lot of efforts in this area, but for the data acquisition and the cost, especially the training cost, and a lot of the illusion problem unresolved. So we think we need to bring a new architecture for this. I mean, combined with the AIGC. So in our institute, we have developed a specific scientific paradigm we call the small data, big task paradigm. It means to reduce the cost and also enhance the credibility in all the application areas. Let me give you some example. In the car manufacturing, we have developed a virtual system and humanoid the platform to detect the defection results in the car manufacturing. Actually, it has reduced a lot of the cost and also improved the performance of it. Also, at the management system, we also to use this kind of the paradigm to improve the quality because it can predict the risk and reduce the human errors. Also, in another areas, for example, in education and healthcare, we improve this kind of we call it competitive system, and to reduce also the human error, and because in some areas they do like this kind of the personnel and all kinds of resources to do that. So we think we can just doing something for the quality assessment and enhance its robust. And we think we can also cooperate with the Saudi areas to do this cooperation, just to put a more digital foundation to the intelligent foundation. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Prof. Yu Yang, we know that generative AI often requires a large data set for training. How do you ensure that the data used in AI systems is both high quality and compliant with ethical standards?
Okay, thank you for the question. I think there are three things we need to pay attention. Firstly, in each country, we need to align with the ethical standards. Like in Saudi, we know we have a law, personal data prediction law. I think this kind of local regulation, they have specific requirements. That's very important for the regional industry, right? Like we build a solution for Saudi. At least we should totally align with the Saudi's personal prediction law. This is the first thing. And the second is make everything transparent, the data transparency. And after we deploy the AI model, because AI model is trained by data, we should make sure the data, everyone can verify the source of the data. Everyone can verify the integrity of the data. Everyone can know their data, where to use their data. So the data transparency, to make everything transparent, is very important. And the number 3 part, I think we should use generative AI very efficiently to generate some new data, because we can control how can we generate the data, how can we make the data quality very high. So we need some innovation, some new techniques to make sure the generated data, it has a very high quality and also align with the ethical compliance. Yeah, these three things.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ms. Jiangwen Xu, from your experience working internationally, what are the differences in how generative AI is being adopted for quality assurance between China and other regions like North America or Europe?
That's a very good question. So the adoption of GAI actually varies from country to country, especially China and other countries. So China emphasizes more on the advancement of the technology, and we also have a rather supportive regulatory decision maker. So that makes us more easier to adopt our GAI in the public and private sector. But outside China, because of the difference in the data privacy regulation, I think there would be a more cautious approach to the adoption of AI.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ngong, how do you ensure that generative AI tools used for quality assurance in vehicles, such as smart cockpit or self-driving, are carefully tested and validated to meet both safety and performance standards?
To answer the question, I would say, firstly, we should know the applications of the generative AI in these two fields. So if we look at the autonomous driving, we say self-driving, we're more using the generative AI in the tool chain. For example, like the data generation and also the data annotation. So those are the similar what we have done currently, but before we have been used a lot of human efforts to do that. Of course, it cost like too much money, and also because of the human efforts, so it definitely may cause some like defaults. So by everything was using the generative AI, it definitely improves the efficiency. However, it doesn't change the essence itself. But when we talk about the cockpit applications, since it will be more interesting, for example, currently too early to quickly adopt the generative AI, we're more using it in the enhancement. For example, the voice assistant, the voice-like solutions in cockpit. So before, we have to do a lot of rule-based like interactions. So that need a lot of efforts, especially we have a bunch of like product manager behind it. But right now, when we adopt a generative AI, so it can to improve the user experience. But however, as I mentioned, it didn't change the nature. So in vehicles, we have very systematic like quality system, evaluation systems to support it. As I mentioned, we have the recall rate, we have the function, safety. We also, for the in-cabin like systems, for example, the driver monitoring systems, so we have ADDW, DDAW, those kind of criteria. So this, no matter whether using generative AI or other tools, you have to follow this criteria. It didn't change. But things interesting is when the generative AI actually can become an agent, right? So you can talk. Like it seems like you have a real secretary in your vehicle can talk. So how are you actually going to evaluate the quality? How are you going to evaluate the performance of your secretary? So maybe we cannot following the rules of ADDW or ISO stuff like criteria. So this is very interesting. Maybe you have to say, is he or she like smart enough? More understand my personality and can have the compassion. So then the quality control will be different. And also he keep quiet and the privacy. So those are, since generative AI is quite very new, so we are trying to working with a lot of industry partners to set up the standards. But I think like it's definitely the more like efforts from the whole industry, but it's a very interesting topic, yeah.
Thank you very much. Back again to Prof. Dong. Looking forward, how do you see the evaluation of generative AI in the context of continuous improving the quality assurance over the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question, and all over the world have make efforts for this. As I have mentioned, the AIGC have promoted a lot in I think in some milestones, but still have left some problems that resolved. As for our institute, as I showed you, we develop a lot of the platform to open in this ecosystem. For example, we can use our operating system and also the programming language and to help the people from the command line, the scientific and engineering, and also you can do that with very friendly the platform, and also we create we call it the heart in cloud. That means we have very care about the credibility and the cost in the specific scenario driven. We have done some the healthcare the system in China, in Beijing. That means we help the doctors and the nurse to help them to give some the pre-training the work to leverage some of the dirty work from their data system, and to help them to improve their the efficiency. And now as we have evaluated, I think the double efficiency have promoted them, and people can go to the hospital to see the doctors, and that means give a lot of this kind of very benefit for the healthcare system. And so for the education, also they help the teachers and education, the management system. They can enhance their the working, the styles. Because I'm also in charge of some the female and the social work in this area. So I do care about the for the healthcare for the elder people, and also for the young children, how they can live in wholeheartedly the society. I think for this point, the AGI can do increase the quality, not only from the number, but also from the meaning, from the ethics, from the value to the whole society. And I truly welcome you to collaborate with us from the Saudi Arabia and with China. Maybe in this specific task, we can do a lot of things. Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thank you. As we are talking about generative AI, I have actually requested one of the generative AI tools to give Prof. Yu Yang the next question. So let's hear it. I recorded for the session.
Sure. By the way, you are lucky today, as you have in the stage a great scientist and inspiring entrepreneur. Here is my question to Professor Yu Yang. What specific industries do you think are leading the way in integrating generative AI into quality assurance, and what lessons can others learn from them?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for the question. Yeah, actually, we have some paying customers. They are from different industries or sectors. To my knowledge, at least these sectors like automobile, manufacture, energy, and airline. So these industries, they are using generative AIs. So why they use generative AI? So because we know the most powerful thing generative AI can make is to make a prediction, to predict the future. So like we have a paying customer, Panasonic, which is a Fortune 500 company in Japan. So they wanted to avoid the major trouble. They want to avoid the loss. So they use generative AI to firstly to simulate, to do the simulation, to simulate the data. And the second step, they use generative AI to detect the problems, to detect earlier, to avoid a major trouble. And the number 3 step, they use generative AI to predict the maintenance. And then they use the feedback from generation AI to optimize their workflows. So in this way, they can avoid several hundred millions of loss. That's an example. Yeah. So I think a manufacturer, energy, airline, they can use generative AI. Very important, right?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ms. Zhang Wenshu, as someone has been part of Baichuan AI's foundation team, how do you see the role of AI in transforming human-driven quality assurance jobs, especially when it comes to creating more efficient and automated quality assessment systems?
Well, at Baichuan, we surely believe that AI can significantly transform human-driven quality assurance jobs by increasing efficiency and enabling more accuracy. So these days, we are piloting a new project with a leading automotive company. Our agents were in the process of evaluating the brake pads quality. And after the adoption of our agent, the efficiency has already tripled, and the accuracy of the examination increased by 30%. So that's a real case for the adoption of AI. And for other sectors, especially in healthcare sector, we build AI doctor as well as AI patients. So our AI doctor could practice with our AI patients with the reinforcement learning, and they could train against each other to achieve a more accurate symptom tracking and diagnostic result. So that's what we are doing now.
Thank you very much. Ms. Tiangong, what role do you see for generative AI in the future of vehicles design, mostly in enhancing the quality assurance processes during the design phase to predict and avoid future problems?
I think if we're talking about the impact, the generative AI on the intelligent vehicle, I would say it changed the way of how people interact with their cars. So especially before we think about right now how you act with your vehicle. You talk with them using certain way, right? We have the command. They say, open the door for me, open the sunroof. Okay. If you don't follow that way, it wouldn't know. Sorry, I don't understand what you're talking. Because everything was preset, and we call it rule-based. So we're always joking. So when you try to evaluate how intelligent your vehicle is, depends on how many product manager you have put on it. Because we have a lot of product manager behind it to preset and to do the rules and think about, what is my customers going to talk with their vehicles. So it's a lot of working. But right now, with the generative AI coming, so when we are doing our in-house Auto GPT, we call it ECAX Auto GPT. So we are using the auto agent. As I mentioned, it lets you to talk your vehicle it seems like you're talking with a secretary. So use the way you talk with your secretary. So basically you give you the freedoms that you to use the most natural way to talk with them. And now, right now, I couldn't speak Arabic. So if I have my auto agent, it can help me to dedicate me to talk with you guys in Arabic. So it's naturally support different languages. And also, to help, if we look at the nature between relationship vehicles and the human beings. So basically the vehicles we try to satisfy people's demand. So the auto agent will naturally understand what's your demand, even for the complex demand. So it helps you to analyze your demand, and then if it's regarding of different complex tasks, so we using the auto flow, which is, as I mentioned earlier, it is conducted by AI. So it naturally try to understand what you are talking about, what you wanted to do, and then he will analyze to say, what kind of tools I can use. So naturally and automatically to help you to choose the right tools to help you to accomplish the task. So that is what we are talking. So You see, by doing this way, then we basically, from the very beginning, for product management, there's no need, we don't need to put the product manager there. We don't need to put the rule-based. Basically, everything was naturally and automatically triggered by the AI. I think that will be definitely change the product design at the very beginning.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, a beautiful moment end quickly. And here we come to the end of this exciting and enrichment session. And our beliefs, I think, is growing in the importance of adopting generative AI to enhance and ensure the high quality of our businesses and services. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving our honored speakers a big thank you for their outstanding speech and rich thoughts. Finally, thank you also to the organizers who have made this conference continue to shine and excel for quality professionals and the whole community. Thank you for everyone.
شكرا دكتور فهد. والآن يسرنا أن نكرم المتحدثين. Now it is time to honor and thank the speakers. I'd like to invite Engineer Saud ibn Rashid Al-Askar, the Vice Governor, to honor the speakers. Professor Li Dong, Deputy Dean, Beijing Institute of General Artificial Intelligence. Professor Yu Yang, founder of HPC AI Tech, Presidential Young Professor at National University of Singapore. Professor Jing Wen, Head of International Business and founding team member by Chuan AI. Ms. Sing Kong, Senior Director on Smart Intelligence, Ecart's Geely Group. وأيضا الأستاذ أو الدكتور فهد المقحم مدير الجلسة. Many thanks to the speakers and to the moderator of this wonderful session, very inspirational session. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. A short break and then we resume our programs later on. Thank you very much.